One of the nice features about the Smartcool is that it's very, very flexible in its installation. We can install it at the thermostat, we can install it at the condensing unit, we can install it at the air handler. It's very, very flexible. All we need to do is be able to pick up the compressor control, a common, and a hot lead to supply power to the unit. So in the case of this condensing unit right here, let me step over here. As we look at the wiring, we see that here's our Y1, here's our Y2. This being a two-stage system, so we're going to pick up those and wire them into the Smartcool, along with the red, which is the hot, supplying the power, and the blue. In this case, for a train, it's blue. If it was a Rude or another system, it might be brown. This is a common, and then we'll wire that into the common to control that. Now, if we do apply the unit on the outside, it's very important when we mount it that we put it in some kind of an enclosure. A standard NEMA 3R enclosure, generally 8x8x4, is adequate for the purpose. They run about $15 at any electrical supply. Again, that's a NEMA 3R junction box. And then you can just mount it directly inside here, screw it to the side of the unit, run the wires up under here. Very, very simple installation. Don't even have to go inside the house. Now, one of the other things that we will look at that's very important is going to be the label. So we pick up, here we go, here's our XL16i. That's a very conventional train model. Now this model has a 16.7 RLA, that's running load amperage, a very important parameter, plus it's running at 230 volts. Lock rotor is 82, but we don't really use that much. However, if you happen to be looking at a refrigeration unit or something like that and you don't have an RLA, generally just take 1/5 of the lock rotor amperage and you can use that as the running load amperage. Now also notice that we've got 2.8 FLA, which is your fan motor, and so when we shut down the compressor, we will also shut down the fan. So the actual total savings are going to be 16.7 amps plus 2.8 amps, giving us a total of 19.6. Okay, so that'll be the total savings, 19.6 times that, which will work out generally to about 5 kilowatts or thereabouts. When installing outside and in other certain applications, it's going to be really important to supply power to the unit. The best form that we use, a 40, even a 20 VA external transformer can do the job. Now in this particular case, we do have a supply of power coming from the air handler, which we can use to drive the Smartcool. Now it only takes about 350 milliamps, it doesn't take very much. However, if that was not available to us, which is often the case when we're dealing with refrigeration units, which don't even have a low voltage supply, then we'll utilize an external transformer. And then the external transformer can be connected up to the HOTS. Now this one happens to be a single voltage, 120 volt. More commonly we'll carry the multi-taps, which is compatible with 120, 208, and 240. So, and the unit just clicked on, which means I should probably get my fingers out of it.